We are joined by Arpit Beriwal, while from the research team, today we have Ansh as well as Snehi joining in with us. A very good afternoon to all three of you all as well. And Sharon, I'm going to start with the first talk today, Shriram Finance, that had been in the buzz for a while, last couple of days that we had seen. You know, the news flow came in first that there was, rumors were there that they would be included in Nifty 50. Now finally that announcement has come last evening that we will be seeing a rejig in the Nifty 50. So yes, Shriram Finance is going to be added to their list, while UPL will be the one which will be exiting the Nifty 50. So Shriram Finance today again back is buzzing away in trade. This inclusion will have some flows that would actually come in. So that would be the flows would be of around 201 to 245 million. And on an average, when you look at it, the flows versus the average daily values that you would compare at, that would be at around 3.2 times. For UPL, obviously there was an exclusion, so the flows would be moving out as well, would be around 84 to 107 million dollars as well. So on the back of this rejig that we're going to be seeing, let's keep an eye out on Shriram Finance because of this Nifty rejig that will be happening today post market hours. In the Nifty front, at least that's the one we're watching out for, Sharon.
Absolutely. So that's Shriram Finance, that is UPL also, that will be in focus on back of that. But staying with the rejig that the indices have announced yesterday, you also have a couple of counters which have entered into the Nifty next 50. So all of those also will be in focus. So take a look at what Geo Financial is doing right now. You PFC, you have REC, all of them are abuzz in today's trading session. And the reason being for that is they are going to be included into the Nifty Next 50 index, and that will be effective from March 28th, while you have Adani Power, IRFC, that are also included, but both of these counters are not reacting positively as of now. Adani Wilmar, Muthoot Finance, also you have PI Industries, you also have PNG Hygiene among those that are going to be excluding from the Nifty Next 50 to make place for all of these other counters.
The new entrants have to say bye to some of the old ones.
Absolutely. Shriram Finance from the Nifty Next 50, they will be excluded because they are going to be entering the Nifty Index.
Absolutely. So all these stocks which are going to be entering surely buzzing away with gains of 2 to 3%, whether you look at all the stocks in the next Nifty 50 or even Shriram Finance, both of that are surely buzzing. But Arpit, you have picked out one of these buzzers today which is going to be making an entry to the next Nifty 50, Geo Financials. What is it looking like? You know, last 6 months, 29% return. What are you looking at? More flows anyways coming in now.
Very good afternoon, everyone. So first talking about Geo Fin. So if we talk about Geo Fin, technically the structure. So last week also you've seen a good momentum. It made a rally from 280-85 levels to 350. Because of market weakness in past couple of days, we have seen some cool off from higher zones. But technically it is quite strong on monthly scale. On weekly scale also it has given a range breakout above 290-95 levels. Good profit booking we have seen from higher levels. So looking at the overall chart setup wise on weekly and daily scale, we're expecting good upside move towards 340, 360 levels in coming weeks. So technically also the chart setup is quite strong. It is forming lower highs on daily scale, but from last couple of hours you've seen a good recovery from lower levels. So technically the structure is quite strong. We can expect good momentum of 6 to 8% in coming session. So Geo Fin at current levels one can buy, or a minor dip towards 3110 levels with keeping stop loss of 290 for an upside move towards 350, 360 levels.
Alright, so that's the view coming in on Geo Financial. Remember that this particular counter has been a buzz over the last few trading sessions as well, Winnie. But let's talk about a stock that has just made its entry into the bourses, and that is GPT Healthcare. How was the listing for this one, Snehi?
Well, Cheryl, absolutely new kid on the block, debut today for GPT Healthcare, listed at a 16% premium over the IPO price. Now, the stock started trading at 215 rupees on NSE and 216 on BSE against the issue price of 186 rupees. Now, however, within minutes of opening, it did slip to 202, but the stock manages to still be in the green, up a solid 7%. At one point in the day, the stock was up 11%. Now, the company raised 525 odd crore rupees, out of which there was a fresh issue of 21.5 lakh shares worth 40 crore and offer for sale of 2.6 crore shares worth 485 crore. And we did manage to speak to the management earlier today, and They shed some light upon the listing and the plans that they have for the company going ahead. They said that the top line is roughly growing at a 19.5 CAGR and expect occupancy in their hospitals to increase to that 75% mark soon. So, well, on the back of what the management had to tell us and the debut today, that stock is still up 6.5% as we speak.
Surely keeping an eye out on this new debutant, but let's move on, talk about ICICI Lombard then. And Arpit, recently we had seen Morgan Stanley actually increase the target price for ICICI Lombard, but other than that, what we also have is in terms of the stock move we've already seen in the last 6 months. It's seen an uptick of almost 29%, today a bit subdued in trade. What's the view now on ICICI Lombard in terms of technicals?
So talking from the technical perspective, so if you see overall insurance space has been quite the flavor from past couple of weeks, whether it's ICICI Lombard, SBI Life or LIC. So looking from a technical perspective, ICICI Lombard is quite strong on monthly scale. It is forming higher highs, higher lows. On weekly scale also, after a sharp up move, it consolidated and it started its upward trajectory. On daily scale, the structure of consolidation break of above 1620 levels, it is holding. Yesterday we have seen a sharp fall in mid-cap indices. Today we have seen good recovery. So looking at the overall chart setup, it is still holding at higher levels and it is ready for another 7 to 8% upside move in coming weeks. So looking at the technical perspective, the chart is quite strong. So one can go long at current levels or minor dip towards 1685, 1690 levels with keeping stop loss of 1620. That is a previous breakout zone, and also it's 20 DEMA for an upside move towards 1800, 1820 levels.
Moving on then, Ansh, let's talk about Venus Pipes and why is this one a buzz in trade today?
Right, so the stock is up over 5% in trade today. The company has plans to raise funds to meet the capital expenditure requirement to support setting up of company's first fittings plant and capacity expansion for seamless and welded pipes or tubes being set up in Gujarat. Also, the fundraise will be by way of issue of warrants of up to 4.2 lakh, the issue price for which would be 1700 rupees per warrant. Also, if we see the chart, then the stock seems to have touched the record high level, and this year the stock is up over 30%.
Okay, surely keeping an eye out on Venus Pipes, but the next one that we're going to talk about on the charts is Samvardhana Motherson Samil, as we know it as. Arpit, this one on the charts, what's the view for this one? Last 1 month, when you specifically pull out the chart, it's remained in a flat line in that range. What's the view now on Samil?
So looking from the technical perspective, as rightly said that it has been subdued from past couple of months, but overall if we see, slowly steadily we have seen a good up move in last month itself. So on monthly scale, if we see the chart structure from past 3 months, it is forming higher highs, higher lows. On weekly scale, if we see the chart structure, multiple supports are intact near 110, 112 levels. It formed a bullish pin bar which suggests that buying is visible at lower levels. On daily scale, it is all set to give a consolidation breakout above 118 levels. So current junction, the risk reward is quite favorable. Though it's a slow mover, but the risk reward is quite favorable. So we recommend to buy at current levels near 116, 118 levels with keeping stop loss of 113 for an upside move towards 125, then 128 levels.